Say hi, say hi. I mean, it should ask you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we went to bit specification and looked at all the entities. I think one unique problem that Ke has is that the data set has more modalities than we would normally collect in like a DBIC scanner, because we only collect like DWI and anatomical and EPI data. But this one has like MR spectroscopy or something else, and so we were trying to get some answers, but we're hitting like a little bit of a roadblock because like ACQ was just like label, and so we even went to Open Neuro and then started to search for some data sets, but because this data set is just, I think, pretty unique, there weren't a lot of data sets that would give us pointers as like,
Well, again, I can only talk as much as Bible says, right? And Bible is here, this bit specification, right? So maybe I could give you a few pointers, right? So for different modalities, first of all, look in here, right? So modality specific files, let's say MRI, right? And that's where we get to, let's say, anatomical. On the right, you'll see more detailed section. Let's say anatomy, imaging data, bingo. And here you'll see a representation of what file names could look like. You could see ACQ, right? So what is ACQ? You click there, it gives you, acquisition, and here's some examples, right? Oh, sorry. Somehow why did it go there? I don't know. I'm sorry, people. I'll go back and modality specific files, magnetic resonance imaging. Psychologist likes a repetition, right? That's how Satra said, so I do it here. Okay, so acquisition. And you could see which entities, we call those entities, which could be added. And you could also see that it's composed. There is mandatory subject. That's what you will not see in HeudiConv explicitly, right? Because we added. You will not see in this repro in naming in your case, because also it's explicitly added from the subject information, right? But then it's followed by number of entities, such as ACQ or contrast agent or reconstruction or run, which is more familiar, right? And this is pretty much all kind of possible file names you could find for anatomy imaging data, right? And all of those, so there's entities, and then underscore suffix, and it could be either JSON for metadata file or nifty-zip for whatever, right? And that's where you will see those T1W, T2W, right? All of these are listed here, right?
Yeah.
And you could find that in similar way in presented for other modalities. Let's say, let's look at task functional data, right? Yeah, it's similar. Subject, session, task, acquisition, blah, 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 bold, nifty, right? So here it's not, it's kind of limited set of suffixes. That's why it's really even spelled out here, okay? I hope that clarifies a little bit. And let me show you another appendix. So here is appendix. You'll see entity table. Entity table is kind of table of all those entities we see here, and also represented across all the modalities which are known to bits. See? So there is entity listed here, right? Let's say T1, blah, 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 right? And then it says, here is actually entity. So there is different modalities here, right? Anatomy, diffusion, weighted imaging.
So there's a DWI here.
Oh, yeah, of course. Diffusion, weighted imaging is already there. Where the heck it is, though? Functional, perfusion.
Let me see.
Was I blind? I've missed it.
yeah,
Oh, here we go. Diffusion weighted imaging, right? There is not
Yeah.
that many. And then it goes through different entities. Unfortunately, this table is kind of not the perfectly, because you need to scroll up to see those. And yeah, it's
But this is already awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that you walked us through this because I didn't know about the entity table webpage. I think this is really what we really need.
You could even look into the source. Let me just, okay, I'll show you. So there is this table, which if somebody knows how to make this, we should ask ChatGPT later. Okay, later, how to make it scrollable within this, because we want to, like in Excel, freeze these two and then make the bottom scrollable. But there is different for different modalities, right? So for MEG, here you have it. For PET, if you do it. For behavioral data, you have it. For microscopy, right? Because it's different, completely different sets of entities. See, here it's just few. And then you could also find this in the source of bit specification. See, on the bottom, there is link to GitHub, this icon. If you click there, you'll end up at bit specification. And then the resource schema. Where is the schema? Schema. So all that table is composed actually from this stuff here. It might take me a little bit to find it, but let's try together. Rules should be probably, I don't know if that's the one, because it just keeps changing all the time. So I'm not sure if that would be the one. We could, okay, here we go. Let's say functional or anatomy. We start with anatomy. Anatomy, here we go, which are legitimate suffixes, right? Which are legitimate extensions. What is data type? Anat, right? And what are entities which are required or optional, right? So that's yet another view at that entity table for, one type of anatomical, non-parametric anatomical. Then there is parametric one, which might have a little bit slightly different one. For deface mask, something slightly different, multi-echo. The point is that this information is also present in this form, which might be helpful. Then you've mentioned some modalities which might not be even in here in modality specific files, right? So which ones you've mentioned which might not be here?
Like
So,
MRS
for example,
spectroscopy.
MRS.
MRS. Oh, MRS is not there because nobody made it into it. There is bits, change BEP numbers to include MRS. MRS. So there is bits enhancement proposal. Okay, where do we find bits enhancement proposals? If we go brain image and data structure and get involved. So that's a hint for you. Don't be a passive observer, get involved. Okay. Look for spectroscopy. So there is BEP 22, which I think will forward us to Google Doc, because I don't think that it was formalized enough. And I try to introduce Adam and others to this, to contribute. Because, okay, this BEP is now close to community feedback. It's currently being merged with bit specification and GitHub pull request. Oh, so we should go there. Okay, so that would be the ultimate now source, right? So there is MRS BEP. So you could even see how bit specification would look like if it was merged. So here we go. There is a section on MRS on this development website, right? And that's how you should name those files, okay? So I would recommend you to get through this and see how well it fits or not fits your case, and then comment on this pull request if you have some suggestions. Do you know how to do suggestions on GitHub?
I don't know.
Okay, so it's very super easy. If you have a GitHub account, you go to this diff of this PR, right? And let's say you have an idea somewhere. Okay, load diff. There is a big file, right? It was added. And let's say you're not satisfied that it should be in a proprietary data header.
I see.
You don't like it. Yeah, so you click plus here, and then you click this add a suggestion. It gives you, oh, this is how it looks now. And you could say how you want to change it. Let's say I want to add word vary. Preview would give me this, right? And I'll add a single comment then, and this will be posted as a suggestion people could accept or reject or discuss. Okay? So I would recommend you to do this, okay? Good. Okay, I'll cancel my not really valuable contribution there. Okay, but the point is that it's been in works. Any other domain which we want to talk about? Or MRS was only the one?
There are also some of specific case I'm gonna.
Yeah, we will go through specific cases. I mean, big modalities, kind of. Were there any other modalities which are not listed here?
Modality. Let me see. What about scout? Head scout. Oh, you already mentioned.
Scout,
So
yeah, don't bother. There is probably, yeah, don't bother. I don't think we even cover them. See?
Okay.
There's no scout.
What about the field mapping?
Field map is there. Magnetic resonance imaging, right? Oh, come on, go. And then field map. Where the heck it is? Field map data. Kaboom. But I would expect so pretty much the main point is you need to choose which way kind of, you create field map, right? So there is phase difference maps. That will be, different magnitude of phase diff. You know how you collected it. But actually, if they implemented repro in the way we did in HeudiConv, you don't need to say much. You need just to say that this is field map, right?
Okay, okay,
And
that's
I think
good
it should
enough,
work.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
We could check how people do it. I just don't even remember.
I see. Because in the example, there are like several different naming of field map, like field
Because
map.
there is different ways how you could specify field map. See, case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, right? So there are different ways you could create API, p-polar kind of, APPA direction images. Then you need to add suffix, right? So you do underscore dir, see this one? Dir AP, dir PA, right? So you would need to do that. Then also, I don't know how Flywheel deals with this intended for. Does it populate it for you or not? In our case, HeudiConv, recent HeudiConv populates it for you, although we need to adjust maybe for this new kind of standard way to specify paths. But the point is that we do it for you. I don't know how Flywheel does it, okay? And Flywheel, okay, maybe it will. So this is the tool we thought maybe you're using, right?
Oh yeah, it should be this one, yeah.
Yep. And here maybe you will find also something about field map. Does it say anything about
I see
field
what you're
maps?
saying. Okay.
Yeah, you do this by using field map keys defined, blah blah blah, right? So here it is talking about intended for. So they have really nice documentation. That's great. Special variable mapping field map to scan, but where do we stick it?
I see.
Because this feels like some programmatic interface. Oh, heuristic file. So maybe they make you to write heuristic. I am not familiar with this. I was I reviewing this paper or was I editing this paper? I don't know. I think I was reviewing the paper they published in Frontiers on this. We could flywheel tools, right? Flywheel tools, Frontiers. Here we go. Let's see what. So you could also, yeah, you could check this paper, and yeah, I was a reviewer, right? So Dartmouth College, boom. So you could also check the paper. It might provide you nice high-level overview.
Yeah, this is actually new to me. I will definitely check.
Okay, so we are looking at diffusion weighted imaging to trying to understand where to put all kinds of useful stuff. CBF, is that what we have here? CBF? No, some tensor, ADC.
There's a tensor there.
But that's probably different. These all look like derived information, right? And for that, I bet there is bits. If we go here to get involved, diffusion weighted imaging derivatives, BEP16. Here we go. Oh, it's already a repository. Damn it. Did they send a pull request? I wonder. BEP16. Let's go also bits. Specification pools 16. BEP16, okay. BEP16. Well, functional MRI derivatives. I'm looking for a pull request because that could help, to view all this goodness, but maybe they rendered it somewhere. Where could I see it? Okay, let's file an issue. Blank issue.
So I have one question. So for these kind of files, will FMAP prep even need to deal with them? If not, I can just leave them blank for now.
Sorry, I am not yet. My brain is not yet tuned to you.
Sorry.
Hold on. Add to open in README MD where to see the rendered version or APR against bits. Okay, something like that. Maybe people will reply, but the point is that somewhere here it encodes, how to put this fractional anisotropy and stuff. So let's look for fractional anisotropy, fractional seconds. Oh, fractional anisotropy bits. Oh, this is the file, right? So they suggest to have it as model,
Model.
underscore model,
Oh,
and
so
then
model FA.
underscore model, right? So let's say, do they have examples? Let's say for fractional, anisotropy, FA,
Ah, I
model
see.
derived parameters. So
Wow.
it's parameters. So once again, this is kind of a future, right? So it's not yet finalized. And if we only could find rendered version, it might be a little bit easier to kind of see the examples and stuff.
Do you
But we're-
mind grabbing the URL, please? I'll pop it into our
Sure,
clinic
sure.
documents. Thanks.
That would be lovely. Thank you for taking notes. Up, boom, boom. Okay, here we go. I wish that there was good
Yeah,
example.
this is cool. Like,
Dash FA. Oh, here we go. Here's example, right? So model tensor parameter FA, and then what the heck
Wow.
MDP? I don't know. So there is model
oh, the
MDP.
tensor is also there. That's another one we have.
MDP. What suffix MDP means? What does it stand for? It's model derived parameter probably or something. Where is it first mentioned? MDP. Do they describe what MDP is?
Don't know.
I hope they do. The question is where. It seems to be going on for a while. Okay. Somewhere hopefully they describe what MDP is. Anyway, the point is to try to absorb this. Hopefully they have
Yeah.
it rendered somewhere.
I'll definitely do this. I think this is very helpful.
Okay. For now, let's just add a note. Oh man, this is not should have been not visualized and where am okay. That's bits derivatives guideline. Sorry, I've lost myself. This is pre-bits transform. Okay, here we go. To do follow up check with on how it's actually should be done, right? So,
Cool,
but it
yes.
was what param
And
and MDP or something like that, right? Let's just have
model, yeah.
yeah param. Oh, and model is needed, yeah. Param, let's say. Although I'm not sure why you need model. I mean, it wasn't fractional isotropy. Here we go. Param FA, probably model tensor. I don't know yet. Tensor, diffusion tensor fit. Yeah, most probably that's what we need, right?
Hmm.
So most likely it's like that. It gets a little bit long, but that's the life. Model tensor, param FA underscore MDP. I think that's how it should be.
Cool. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, let's get to the next ones, and soon I need to jump off. Okay, you do the same
These are
here.
all the same,
Same. Follow the trend.
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay.
Field mapping.
Cold presser. What is that? Is that
So
fun?
this is a task. So this is okay. Yeah. This is
Okay. Cold presser. You will figure it out, right? So
yeah.
that's it.
That's it.
GRE field mapping. So that's
Yeah.
fmap.
Just fmap. Okay, got it.
I don't know. Maybe something like this.
Mhm.
You know how to do it. DTI now. And back task. You know
Yeah,
how to
this is
do
our
this one.
task.
Yeah, just follow it. Be similar to what you had here, right? You had
Yeah.
n back 2, so that will be n back 1.
Yeah. And there's also one called physiolog.
That's awesome. You know, they collect all of this shit. That's great. Is there I wonder if there is any data they could share. Let's say, did they acquire the same kind of protocol on a Phantom or something? Because I would love to see what format of this file is. I'm not sure. Also, I would be interested. Report to Yarik on how you converted this data. If this is actually data, because it might be actually just the log and not the data, because there is whips to get physio recordings also through DICOMs. I'm not sure if that's what happened here. Okay, but this is cool. So there is physio log for all of it. That's that's great. That's great.
Okay.
MRS, this is consult MRS BEP, which
Yeah.
we saw. Where the heck we saw it?
Yeah. This
Here.
is
MRS.
Can you also send me that link? Yeah, this is actually amazing.
Well, first of all, put this information in. So where to look for where's chat? Look for BEPs on boom. Okay, and MRS. Where is our MRS? Here we go. BEP 22. Okay, MRS. Oh no, BEP 32, but now it is in pull request. Oh, see, I need to submit the pull request to change that forwarding somewhere. Okay, so this is for MRS. It has URL to rendered version for your convenience. But also useful to look at schema changes, which would be, let me move chat away, file changed. This is text, this is blurb. Where is the metadata YAML? Here we go. So let's say this is useful, but also where is the actual entities and shit? Oh, here we go. Let's say here. This, boom. Okay, so you could see which entities are used. You see which extensions are expected, right? All of this stuff.
which are required. Yeah.
Well, some of them required, some of them optional,
Yeah.
right?
Just
It depends
subject.
also which type of MRS it is, right? See, there is reference, MRSA, SI, SVS, whatever. I don't remember all of them.
Well,
Okay, let's get back to our things here, not here, not there, this one. Okay, so consult BEP, damn, there, okay. I don't remember which BEP it was.
and there's one called free server license. I don't know what.
You don't need that one. I
Okay.
don't know how that one came about.
Yeah,
Where is it? Free server license.
Yeah, we can delete that.
How did you
What
get
would
it?
NPR be?
Where is that?
At line
Axial
107.
NPR. Yeah.
By the way, hold on. This one is second T2W. Is that different run? T2
Yeah, I
structure?
don't. Yeah,
Because
this
you had this
also-
T2. Oh, okay. So this one is acquisition TSE, I guess. I don't know what TSE is. Let's see if bits itself knows. Bits specification TSE. What the heck is TSE? It might be some quantitative. I don't know. Check what is TSE.
Okay, yeah. I
Check
can check
what
that.
TSE. We could of course ask
Oh, it says
ChatGPT.
turbo spin echo,
Oh, turbo spin turbo. I remember turbo. Turbo might have
or like fast spin echo. Maybe
Also-
Bits has
turbo,
FSC.
turbo flash, turbo anatomy
So this is a
imaging
different
data.
acquisition then.
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Turbo flash. Oh man, see, so there is no. Yeah, so I would just keep it T2W acquisition TSE. Yeah, so
Okay.
turbo skin
Or-
echo.
Yeah.
So-
Or
Yeah.
the bits might say FSC, like fast spin echo. I don't know. So like worth checking, I guess.
I don't see it also among suffixes. It's kind of staying more for contrast. So suffix stays for contrast, T1 weighted, T2 weighted, T star
Mhm.
weighted, right? And then acquisition field would be the correct one to kind of, provide hint, what
Yeah,
is
for sure. For sure.
what is
But
there.
I think it's called like FSC or interchangeably TSC, just to say fast spin echo or turbo spin echo, but I don't know what bids would like indicate,
Okay.
or does it not matter what goes
Okay.
into ACQ?
Into ACQ, not really. By the way,
Not
do you
really.
see my screen with the spreadsheet at least?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So acquisition TSE, and here you could say I don't know, structural, whatever they mean, could just keep it TW without
So
acquisition.
no acquisition for this one, then, right?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I have check auditory volume 6. What the heck that means? I also don't know. So probably it's some functional a task. audit, check,
Yeah, I mean,
check,
yeah, this
vault,
looks weird, but
or you
yeah.
could be discarded. I don't know.
I can
Run
discard it.
six.
I think this is some weird stuff. It's
Six.
not a task.
Or discard.
Hmm.
Well, in general, I like collecting everything, you know, because you never know how it comes out. This is Excel coronal APR. This sounds like some scouts. I'm not sure what to do about it.
Oh.
Although NPR, yeah, NPR, MRI, NPR, that's
Oh, it says multi-planar reformation or reconstruction. So maybe it's just something that like normally gets discarded from like the scanner PC, but because this was like an old acquisition, it's just there.
ah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
see,
Something
I
like
don't know.
scout.
Multiplan radiology reference article, NPR. Involves the process of converting data from image modality acquired in a certain plane. It's commonly performed thin slice data. Anyway, I would have converted one and checked what it is. And then if it doesn't look like something usable, let's say it's only 3 scouts kind of, right? Then I would discard it. Otherwise, I
Okay.
would keep it. So I would have, I don't know what it is really.
Got it.
What the contrast or let's say this one, Excel. So this one, Annette, T1, weighted, acquisition, Excel, right? Boom. So something like this. Again, so just
Cool.
41. I have
Chrono.
coronal, right? So it's the same, but coronal, right? Boom. Oh, why my paste doesn't work? Coronal, right? Something like this. Diffusion weighted. This is physiolog. Figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know why there's the -1 here, but this is all the same thing then. But just
Okay, and these are what is it? Multisensory. What is that? That's functional.
that's a
right?
task. That's a task.
Yeah, so you know what to do about those, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
func, on the task, multisensory, one, boom, right? So something like this. I hope you've got the point. And you
Yeah,
could
I
do
got it. This is perfect. This is perfect.
And let's see if we, what is, how to add filter, create a filter. Filter for me. Oh, maybe it doesn't work for you. I said for me. It just helps maybe to visualize all the unique values. Not
see.
really.
Got it. Yeah.
So
This
you
is
could
perfect.
see.
much.
Thanks
Yeah.
so much.
Oh, you're most welcome.